What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into We Stomped You Out, presented by us, popculturepros.com. I'm Steve. I got Timmy, right next to me. What's
Coach
happening,
Dable
sir?
here. Coach Dable here. I look
Coach
scary.
Dable.
I look scary like him. It's not good.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Sorry, I'll take it. Coach of the year. I'll take it.
Coach of the year. 6 games in, you're coach of the year. That got to come with some type of a bonus and a big structured plan there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we scheduling had us off last week, but we're back this week. So talk about a 5-1 New York Giants team that we can't necessarily wrap our heads around. The whole reason behind this hot start, and we'll talk about that. But the Giants just played a game a few days ago against the Baltimore Ravens. And if I said before the season started, and I was gonna throw it to Timmy right after this game and say the good, the bad, and the ugly for the Giants and the Ravens, it was gonna probably be not a lot of good, a whole lot of bad, and a ton of ugly. But
now it's the opposite.
Bizarro world. So
It
Timmy, what do you got for the good, the bad, and the ugly?
Like no ugly, and I don't even know there's a good amount of bad in there. Listen, this is the same thing every single week. We keep saying it is. You know what? And I hate to sound like that. You know that the father and like they're proud of their kids, but they're showing a lot of guts. And this is what we've always wanted. This is what we've wanted. We could take the 4-win seasons, the 5-win seasons, as long as you showed some goddamn effort. They're putting in effort, and now they're pulling the games out of their asses too, which is fantastic. How many comebacks is for them now out of the first 6 games?
It's 3 10-point or double-digit comebacks.
I mean, that's what we want. That's exactly what we've been wanting for years now, especially for this show. Just something to root for. Just something to root for. Just something to be happy about. I mean, Daniel Jones is playing fantastic. He's not turning the ball over. I understand he's not getting the 300-yard games, but you don't need the 300-yard games, especially when you don't have a number one wide receiver. Right. The line is playing pretty good, and we're getting guys back from injuries also. The defensive line is starting to show some balls. Our secondary is playing fantastic. Wan'Dale Robinson finally got to play a game.
Look at this. Catches.
He looks good. He's looking.
He's got
good
a burst on him.
That's it. He does have a burst, and like I said, he once he gets a few reps under his belt, once he gets going a little bit more with the game speed, I think he will be the number one receiver by the end of the year, as long as he stays healthy and as long as, like I said, he gets enough reps. I mean, the only bad or ugly I have to complain about it would be the passing game. We just don't have the receivers for it though. It's not it's not really anybody's fault, I guess. We just Galladay is Galladay. He's just. Does he even play anymore? Does he suit up? Let me know if he's out there anymore.
I don't even know if did he play 2 snaps or something like that.
He's garbage. I would like to know what the inside story is on that too. I would really love to know, because he's just you got to package him to get anybody. Just get rid of him, because if that's the kind of guy you don't want on the team, he's the kind of guy that could ruin the chemistry.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as I said, I know he missed a week too, but these last 2 games are almost the same exact game, and they're losing in the first half. They show guts and balls, and they come back to in the second half. No bad
teams
turnovers
that are supposed to be elite.
Yeah. Hey, what did I have him at this point? I didn't have him winning 5 games. I had him at. I think I had him at two wins, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe. I had him beating the Bears at this point, and who else at this point that I had them beating? I don't even know.
You might have picked them against the Cowboys because it was in Giant Stadium, or
maybe.
MetLife.
I don't know. It doesn't matter either way, but still.
Who'd they open up against?
Tennessee.
Yeah, we didn't pick them against Tennessee.
No, but you got to give. I mean, the coach. Yeah, more good is the coaching staff. This coaching staff is doing. They're doing again. You're developing a scheme around what you have, not what you wish you had. That's why the offense is clicking. That's why the defense is ridiculous. I mean,
They're all over the place.
I haven't
Thibodeau,
enjoyed. Yeah, I have not enjoyed watching a defense like this since fucking 2011. I mean,
yeah.
it's absolutely amazing to watch. So, um, am I going to start yelling playoffs and Super Bowl? No, no, I'm not.
Um,
I'm not. I am just as a Giants fan, especially one that does this show every week for the last 4 years or whatever it's been. 5 years, 4 years. How long have we been doing this show
this
already?
is the fifth season,
Wow, fifth season already.
right?
So
Crazy.
great. So as a guy who's been doing this show for 5 years now, I am just so damn happy. We have something to be smile about and talk confident about and just be happy about.
Yeah. And just to see to kind of like your point, like Thibodeau was leading the way on that pass rush, and he
Hmm.
was he was hyped about it. I love the locker room interview.
Yeah.
The guys are getting on him, and he breaks for a second, and he's back to business, and I like that. And there was always with the rookies, there's talk about how they're going to fit in. But I was reading an article today, and the locker room loves him. Like, he is the apple of that locker room's eye right now, because he's come in, worked hard, and most importantly, he's made a difference on the line.
Oh yeah.
That's been the biggest thing for the. I mean, everything's been the biggest thing for us for these past 5 years, but we've always been clamoring for lines on either side. It was Swiss cheese on both ends. Eli
Hmm.
was getting killed, Jones was getting killed, Gino was getting killed. Everybody was getting killed back there.
Saquon was getting killed.
Saquon was getting killed. And by the way, Saquon, say what you want about the injury stuff, but the injuries that he's had are like, what are you gonna do? But
Hmm.
you saw, the guy was like, "Whoa, what happened?" His shoulders hanging out of his socket. You dummies!
Yeah.
It's just like dangling there. What do you mean? What happened? And I was like, "Oh, it's probably gonna be out for the rest of the game." Nope. 2 plays later, or 1 play later, he's right back in.
Like
Sep,
pop it in and go.
sep, Wow, I mean, that's balls. You get your shoulder just got popped back in, and he's going right into it again. It's not like give him a down off to be a decoy or whatever. Nope, run that shit.
Which
Uh,
again, which is what we want. We want, I don't want him to get hurt again, but just the heart and the balls. That's what we should
right.
rename this show, Heart and Balls, this team, because that's exactly what we've been wanting for years now. And again, all the coaches, you got to give them all credit for that.
Yeah, and exactly. And to your point, what we've been saying, Dave has not been necessarily on our side on this, but they're catering to it. They're catering to Daniel Jones's strength, which is his athleticism, which hampered him a couple of games back when he rolled his ankle a bit. But let's roll into this now. I was reading an article in the Athletic today about the Giants' secret weapon, and they're saying that it's chaos. Chaos is their secret weapon, and I couldn't agree more. And part of it was part of all this chaos is that when Jones got hurt, and they started the Wildcat. The Wildcat is a nice weapon to have when you have the right guys to do it. When you have a Jones and Breida and Barkley, Breida knows Dayball like the back of his hand from playing last year, so he knows everything about his tendencies and what he wants his schemes to ultimately be about. But even an injury is my point is that an injury, even though it was not a serious injury, it led to more chaos, which led to more success.
Hmm. Yep.
So it's just been and I was scrolling. I was like, man, are they gonna just say that the Giants are just like accidentally winning? And it wasn't that. It was that they are mixing it up, confusing the hell out of the defenses. When does Lamar uh, have two turnovers within several minutes of each other in clutch situations? It's not. If he's not confident in his throws, he's running it. Well, guess what? We took both of them shits away, and I am so
Mhm.
proud to be able to say that because going into this year, you could see Lamar going off for 400 total yards in this game.
It's
On the
true.
ground and whatnot. Um, you know,
I,
what's
I
his
mean, and
name?
Jones too, though. Jones made some. I mean, the dude, he threw a bullet. What's his name?
Bullet.
Johnson, and he dropped it in the end zone.
Yep.
Fucking shredded the needle, threw a bullet, and the guy just dropped the ball. Again, whose fault is that?
He was
That's not
throwing
his
bullets
fault.
out there.
He was. Again, you give the guy the time. He said you let him move around in the pocket. He's going to be a good quarterback. I do hope they re-sign him, and I do hope they continue to, unless some miracle, hey, you guys want, whoever
Russell
this
Wilson.
guy. Yeah, I want Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Tim's on record. I wavered a little bit, but Timmy was like, "Nope, don't want him. Don't want what we have to give up for him. None of that shit."
Nope, nope.
And he is
He's
proving to
garbage.
be 100% right.
He's muff cabbage. He's disgusting.
It's awful.
I never thought he was good. I just never thought he. I thought in that Seattle system,
System,
sure.
system.
Nope.
Because, really quick, we could talk about this more at 9:15 when we go on sportsmanlike conduct. But it's systemic, right? He's got two good wide receivers in Denver. He had two very good wide receivers in Seattle. Running back, he's got good running back. So what's going on? The defense is playing ridiculous. Denver's defense. So in theory, they should be blowing people out, but they
Hmm.
have a more anemic defense than a Giants team with no wide receivers.
Yep.
So that's another coaching is what it's all about there. Um,
Absolutely.
this is going to be another assistant coach from the Packers that's going to fail as a head coach.
And you know what thing with the chaos too? We saying with the injuries, they really believe in the next man up theory now.
Yeah,
I don't think they believed that last year. I think and the year before and the year before. Guy gets hurt. It's like, oh, this guy's hurt. How many times have you seen one guy went out on defense and then they allow a touchdown? 3 plays later.
yeah.
They're not doing that this time. Guy goes out to like, screw that guy. I'm next. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna make a play, and that's exactly what they need. So, it's honestly a pleasure to watch this team right now. Which said
We
we haven't said that since 2011, 2012, whatever that was. Eli's last year when he made when he had a good record, whatever that was.
That was when we lost to the Packers in the first round. Was
Yeah,
2015?
I forget. I already
Maybe
forget.
ish. It's
Ish.
an ish on our show.
It's an ish.
Um, so yeah, I mean you're not seeing the team is not laying down if a backup has to come in. Like if you had your backup quarterback and it was 3rd down and 5, you wouldn't take a kneel. You would take kneel down. um, guys like Bellinger, Daniel Bellinger has now emerged as Daniel Jones's safety net outside of Barkley,
Hmm.
obviously. But Bellinger is looking like a solid, his 4th round tight end pick. And our tight end pedigrees usually. The white tight end, very business like, and he just goes out there and catches footballs. That's it.
Yep.
Like Kevin Boss and several others before.
Except Shockey. Shockey was a maniac.
Shockey was a beast.
Yeah, he was a
Shockey was a
maniac. So
beast.
I missed that guy.
It was a couple weeks ago. I saw it was in the anniversary of his first touchdown where he just ripped the ball. He ripped the ball down, and I forget who was it that was on him. He just kind of screamed in his face, got up, and that's when we knew.
Like, this
Exactly.
guy's
I mean,
different.
we knew him from the U, but
No, I
was
knew
a
from
big.
the exhibition game where he took that ball and was plowing people. I was like, oh my god, this guy is good. This guy's gonna be fun to watch.
Speaking of great tight ends, I don't know where he was being interviewed, but Gronk had some comments on yourself, Brian Dayball. He said he just came out and said he was the best position coach I've ever had in my life, and he was only his coach for 3 or 4 seasons, the tight ends coach in New England. So listen, out of New England and Green Bay, all the head coaching candidates have been all crap. Hopefully, we've got our guy because it's not really worked out too well outside of that. But one thing he talked about is being aggressive, Gronk, about Dayball, and the Giants have not. When have we had a really aggressive head coach?
No.
Like consistently aggressive. Like, this guy is, we talked about his,
Parcells.
yeah,
Parcells was the last one. I mean, Coughlin, I love him, but he wasn't
conservative.
aggressive. Yeah,
It's like,
he wasn't aggressive at all. I mean,
yeah,
when Spagnuolo was running the D, they were more
yeah,
aggressive.
defense, yes,
But as far as head coaches, no, Coughlin was not. What's his name? Jim Fossil wasn't.
fossil, no,
No, Parcells was the last like real aggressive head coach we've had.
yeah, it was feel like with Eli, it was very few and far between where we would just air it out. And it made for some memorable plays. So, and that's what Dayball is doing now, whether it be the Wildcat, and any type of odd, weird route to take, he's doing it. um, and I don't have it up in front of me, but when we talk about the guys like Daniel Jones not having the 300-yard games, but there was I read it, I didn't see I didn't pull up the list, but there was 7 teams this week that won with less than 200 yards passing from their quarterback. So that feels like there's a possible trend there, because it's kind of like becoming week in, week out, where it's less and less on the quarterback, except for your Burrows and those guys that will always air it out. So it's just a different deal there, different brand of football.
And by fantasy players probably know that very well.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, it's a bit of bumpy ride for fantasy.
I should have lost.
I know.
I
And
should
I
have lost
lost
that game.
I lost to
So
Bert.
I felt bad for Joe because I said I checked right before the game. I was like, shit, he only needs like one touchdown, and I lose. And Herbert didn't even throw a touchdown. I was like,
It's
whoa, I should have lost
crazy.
this game. I should have lost that game. So, but hey, those are
Uh,
the ones I need. Those are the ones you need.
yes, you gotta get lucky a couple times during the year.
Mm-hmm.
One more tight end to talk about, and that's former New York Giants tight end Evan Ingram. And I didn't know this, but I guess apparently he is predicting a victory for the Jags this weekend.
Oh,
Obviously,
that's
he's got
good.
what he's going to say. He's going to say we're going to lose. No, but I guess there's an Instagram account called G Men Galaxy, and it says this was before the season started. Giants are looking to improve after a depressing 4-13 year last season. They have one of the easiest strength of schedules this season and could win a few more games by beating some of these teams. Give me your rec predictions. And then Ingram responds saying one of those is an L. And then and then a fan responds to him saying, at Easy Ingram, you're gonna drop like 50 balls in that game too, you bum.
That's great.
Oh man. All right. So Jacksonville, kind of a tough team to read. They've been up and down when it comes to performances. So really shitty performances by some would call a bust in Lawrence, but they've in their 2 wins they blew out their opponent, and their 4 losses they've lost by 1 score. Giants have been involved in a lot of 1-score games too, so this makes for a weird dynamic down there, and the Giants fans are very disrespected by the line here. The Jags are favored in this game in Jacksonville by 2.5 points.
That's because they're home.
It's because they're home. But
If
Giants fans did not like
if
it
they
at
were in
all.
Giant Stadium, we'd be favored by 2. I don't take offense to it.
So this is the thing. The revenge game talk is Ingram kind of hell bent on getting revenge on the Giants. It's always the team that they come for, and not the Giants did anything to him. But
We should be the ones getting revenge. You fucking wasted a draft pick on him. He didn't do anything. He dropped more passes than he caught. Why is it his revenge? It should be our revenge game.
It's that whole thing. You give up on the player. It's like
They
Travis
didn't give up
Darno.
on him. They didn't give
Travis
up on
Darno.
him. They just
Mets
decided
released
he.
him, and then he hits 20 whatever home runs for the Braves.
Yeah, but it's not like we gave up on him. We just decided not to re-sign him after 4 lousy
We said it
years.
was enough. Yeah, we
Yeah,
were like, yeah,
enough.
we want you to go be successful somewhere else at this
Yeah,
point. If you're
go
going to
be
be
good at it.
successful.
I guess what? He's not being successful over in Jacksonville, so who cares?
No, he's got like 11 catches over the first 6 games or something like that. 14 catches.
Screw him.
All right. So we'll do our full slate of picks on Sportsmanlike at 9:15. But we'll pick this game here. Giants at the Jags. Who you got here? And then we'll do a score.
See, now I was very, very close, and I was going to write this to you too when I handed my picks in. I want to bet against the Giants for the rest of the year, just because I don't mind losing that game. I don't mind being wrong,
Yes.
but I got to show my confidence in my guys, especially this week. Um, yeah, I'm picking the Giants to win. I don't think again, no blowouts, no crazy scores, just a regular 24-21 game, something like along those lines. I'll go with 24-21, something along those lines. Yeah, Evan Ingram, 2 catches for 6 yards, maybe,
And a
maybe,
fumble.
uh, fumble, 3 drops.
Football. Yeah, I'm gonna go something similar, just a little bit lower scoring. I don't know if it's not even gonna be hot actually. 21-17. I'll go Giants. Giants win. Uh, but you could also see where Barkley goes nuts in this game, um, and the Giants put even more points on the board. And then you'll see, on the opposite side. I mean, they don't have a ton of firepower there. Robinson at running back, he's kind of slowed down. Their rookie ETN he's starting to come up a little bit, and then you got Lawrence the bust at quarterback. That's not my words, Kyle Rango's words. Part time, sometimes
He,
contributor to this
he's
thing that we do.
He's Mitch Kramer from Dazed and Confused. Fucking, you ever see it? You ever see him, Mitch Kramer
Yeah.
from Dazed? That's Trevor Lawrence, Mitch Kramer.
And then wide receivers, they got Christian Kirk and that type of role player. So not a whole lot better than what we've got. And we'll see what goes on. There's also talk now of Tony potentially being on the trade block. That there's other GMs in the league that believe the Giants are ready to move on from him. Maybe you package him in with Mr. I can't do shit, bullshitting on the sideline, not running half-assed during practice. Maybe you get the contract gone, and then you put Tony in the deal. Say, hey, this is a young guy. He's stop injuries, then he'll be fine. Just please take our dead weight contract. Oh man. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, I wanted to go through the next few weeks because I want us to get really, really excited and then potential for the letdown.
Oh yeah, I said we got 5 weeks of trap games coming.
So you have, and they've been talking about this all week on all the big shows. This is the Giants. It's become a lot of Giants, Jets. Are they both going to make the playoffs? Or one team going to make the playoffs? Rex Ryan was debating Stephen A. Smith about how he said that Daniel Jones is better than what he's been able to show because of the lines. He's like, I was the only one that said that, and now you're seeing he's starting to play better. And then they asked everybody who's more likely to get to the playoffs, Giants or Jets, and it was Giants. But Stephen A. went and said the Jets, even though the Giant, if you look in the NFC, it's harder to find the 7 teams than perhaps in the AFC. So Stephen A. Smith he also had the Jets ranked ahead of the Giants and the Cowboys and all these teams. So it's Jags, and then it's Seahawks, and then it's the bye week, and then it's the Texans at home, Lions at home, and then they go to the Cowboys. and then it's Commanders. They have still the sixth easiest schedule to go, and the Eagles and the Cowboys are ahead of them in ease of schedule. So 3 of the NFC East teams are in the top 7 easiest schedules moving forward.
Oh, the Commanders was the other team I had them beaten. Commanders
Oh
and the
yeah,
Bears. Commanders and the Bears. Yeah, we have the Eagles twice still. Twice in like 3 weeks before
I
we
know,
That's ridiculous.
but the Eagles might have the whole NFC wrap. The maybe they have the 1 seed wrapped up in that final week, and when the Giants have something to play for. But the Vikings game, obviously, Christmas Eve. That's going to be a game, man.
Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve. What is going on?
But
What is going on?
and then next year, the NFL is talking about putting a Black Friday game on.
Yeah, I
I'm all
heard
for
about
it.
that.
Good.
Hey, whatever.
Just don't give me no bullshit. Broncos.
Yeah. Some stupid game. Atlanta versus whoever. I don't want
Yeah,
to see it.
Broncos in Atlanta.
Hey,
But very
I'm
winnable games.
gonna ask you a random question.
Yeah.
Do you dress up for Thanksgiving?
Dress up? No.
Good. See, I hate people who dress up for Thanksgiving. I just hate it. It's like you're gonna eat like a slob. Why would you dress up? Especially now
Yeah.
this year's Giants, Bills, all on the
Mm.
same day. No one's dressing up. You're wearing jerseys, hats, jerseys,
Never
t-shirts.
do.
Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand that. I don't dress up for any holiday though, so that's
Me
just
neither.
me.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yes, Steve. Yes.
my
Can't
my
stand it.
wife a few years ago when she was pregnant, Thanksgiving, and her dressing up was my mom bought her a shirt, and it was like a zipper with like a baby peeking out,
Nice.
and now that's how we dress up. But
That's it. That's all you need.
if anything on Christmas Eve, if we dress up, it's pajamas.
Even better.
It's our dress.
I
So
like it.
so the Giants have a real shot at being 9-1. Like we're not gonna get, but just the thought, like, can you even wrap your head around that?
I can't wrap my head having 5 wins already. I can't.
Our over under was 7.5 wins this year.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
line.
And oh my god, if we go down, if we keep that going, and we oh my god, I can't even picture it. But you know what? And I'll save it for the other show though too. The Jets, I think they're the real deal.
I
I
think so
do.
too.
I think they finally got their core players, and I mean they're starting to believe in Wilson. Sauce Gardner, he's phenomenal. He is
Well, and Wilson,
outstanding.
another guy who threw for less than 200 yards in the team won. It's a potential trend here, and we'll talk about that on Sportsmanlike. But there's a definite, you can see it turning, and I'll bring it up on the next show. But I was listening to an interview last year of a prominent quarterback that said this is gonna happen this year.
Nice.
Now we'll reveal that prominent quarterback is a tease at 9:15 ish. All right, so we both had the Giants winning by 3 or 4 points. 24, 21, 21, 17 ish. But we can. I can also see a scenario, like I said, the Giants could. I mean, you just don't know with Jacksonville. You don't know which team is showing up. And I mean, I'm talking like we've been in the playoffs for 5 straight seasons, and we know exactly who we are. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the Giants have been a little bit more down to earth in their chaos than the ups and downs of Jacksonville.
But how does it feel too? The fact that if we go into halftime losing, we actually have confidence that we can still win the game.
Yep.
That's a whole new feeling. That's
Very
a
good
whole
point.
new feeling.
Down 10 previous seasons. Oh, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Down 10, they come out of the
They
locker
said that
room,
too. Judge said the same thing.
Yeah, and they give up a touchdown first. That's done. Down by 17. Now we're done. Now it's like you don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean they've won me some money this year, which that's where I like the Packers game. They were, what was it, 9.5 points or 8.5 points, something like that. And I bet Giants plus 9.5, which means that they just need to not lose by more than 10 points. And they wound up winning the whole damn thing. So whole damn game. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's a weird but enjoyable feeling.
Yes, and we
And
will take it
could it all come crashing down? Sure, but hey, the first 6 weeks have been fun.
one third at a time,
Yeah,
one victory at a time.
exactly.
All right. So I think that'll do it for us for this week on We Stomped You Out. Any closing remarks, Timmy, as we head into week 7?
No, like we said, I mean, it's just a fucking fun team to watch, man. I mean, even on that last drive, you said what Thibodeau got that, he's starting to warm up. He's not getting the actual sacks, but he's getting the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely love it. I think gonna be a phenomenal draft pick for us. I'm just excited, man. I'm just happy for the first
It's
time in
unbelievable.
years. I'm just happy watching my team play. Finally, not just like, yeah, I gotta watch the Giants today. Now I'm like,
One eye
holy shit, I gotta
open.
watch the Giants. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Go Giants, Big Blue. I'm happy.
Yeah, echo your sentiments. Go Big Blue. Yeah, you got guys like Dexter Lawrence is being graded very high. Neil really showed me something bouncing back from that terrible game against Cowboys, right?
Hmm.
Um, he was awful. I compared him to Eric Flowers. I take it back. He's, the rookie, but
Thomas is still ranked at the top of all offensive
yes.
linemen. I'm telling you, we get a couple guards in there. We get Quentin Nelson from Indy. We're set, man. We're set.
Who was
And he's a Giants fan, by the way.
I saw a couple of guys. They were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. No, I saw a couple of guys. I saw a couple of guys. And again, I closed that part out, but that the Giants were potentially in the mix for on to upgrade either the O line, D line, wide receiver. We'll see if they can convince somebody to take on the deuce bag and perhaps lay on Tony on top of that to the Galladay trash to get something. I mean, and then OBJ is still out there, but there's been little rumors here and there in the last couple of days that we'll talk about on Sportsmanlike in about an hour. So that'll do it for us. Let's go Big Blue this week. It'll actually be a nice, cool day, I think, in Jacksonville. Probably 60s. Not too bad. Today we had a cold front come in, Timmy. It's everybody's like, oh, it's sweater weather now. It's hoodie weather. But it didn't get out of the 60s here today.
Ooh.
What's going on?
I had 45 when I left the house this morning.
Yeah, it was. My sister texted me. It was in the 40s, and I was like, it's 66 here. She was like, oh man.
People were running with all the people running to get water from like Walmart because of the cold front.
Freeze warnings and everything. Yeah.
Water and bread. Right. Go get the water and bread.
All right. So everybody keep up in the We Stomped You Out group on Facebook, and we will talk to you guys next week when hopefully we are 6-1. Are you kidding me? Peace out, everybody.